What's up, everybody? In today's video, I'm going to be going over every single side Easter egg in the Black Ops 7 Zombies map, Ashes of the Damned. Let's get after it. Starting off with free perks. In order to get the free Wisp T perk, you want to make sure you open up Van Dorn Farm and come up to the second floor where you find a TV with static on the screen. And when you walk up to it and you start interacting with it, you'll hear it flipping through channels. You just want to keep flipping the channels until you see little girls on the screen. Once the two little girls have popped up on your screen and then disappeared, just keep pressing the interact button on the TV until eventually you'll see one little girl pop up on the screen. This now means you have to go around the map and look for this little girl. Luckily, she'll be in the basement here playing tic-tac-toe on the ground. Just walk up to her and she'll disappear. And once she's disappeared, make your way back up to the TV and start interacting with it again. And when you do, after interacting with it a couple more times, you'll notice there's nobody on the screen. Once you see that, make your way to the place I do on Van Dorn Farm on the opposite side of the power pump, and you'll see two little girls dancing holding hands. When you walk up to them, they'll disappear, dropping you some loot, as well as the free Wisp T perk can. These ghost twins will also respawn every other round. For the next 4 free perks, that will require you to gather 3 ingredients for each. For starters, I'm going to show you how to get a free Juggernog. You want to make your way to the spawn room on this little raised area next to the weapon wallby and collect this little green plant that's on the ground. You can collect these in any order, but your next piece will be at Van Dorn Farm. Right here in between this little door opening, you'll find a jar of milk. Go ahead and pick it up. And for your third and final ingredient for Juggernog, you want to make your way to exit 115 in the diner, and on this little rack here, pick up this thing of eggs. Then, once you have all 3 ingredients, make your way to the soda fountain in the front, and place them in this foam cup where they all start to get mixed together. And when they're ready, you can go ahead and pick up the foam cup, and you'll receive your free Juggernog. Next, I'm going to show you how to get all 3 ingredients for a free quick revive. For the first one, make your way to Zariah Cosmodrome, and in this little room here next to the Wisp T perk machine, once you walk inside the door on this little shelf, you'll see a stim shot. You need to go ahead and pick it up. And for your second ingredient, if you come to Blackwater Lake on the dock, you'll find this fish just sitting on the ground. Go ahead and pick it up. And for your third and final ingredient for quick revive, come to the server room at Janus Towers and pick up this bottle of bleach. Next, I'm going to show you all 3 ingredients for a free stamina perk. The first ingredient will be at Van Dorn Farm in the cellar, and opposite of the arsenal machine on a shelf, there will be a box of potatoes, which you need to go ahead and pick up. And for your second ingredient, you want to make your way over to Ashwood, and in this little area where the armor wallby is, pick up this bag of beans. And for your third and final ingredient for stamina, make your way to exit 115, on the other side of the garage, pick up this can of gasoline. And last but not least, I'm going to show you how to get a free Speed Cola perk. First things first, you want to come to Blackwater Lake and grab this plant underneath the truck. For your second ingredient, make your way back to Ashwood in the armor buy room and pick up this box of tomatoes. And for your third and final ingredient, come to exit 115 in the diner and pick up this little canister of sugar packets. And just like the free Juggernog perk, if you come and put all 3 ingredients into this cup, they'll be mixed together, but note, you can only access 1 free perk in your game, unfortunately. Next is a hidden Easter egg zone. Just like previous Treyarch Zombies maps, there are going to be 3 little headphones around the map. For starters, the first one is going to be here in Ashwood, opposite of the double tap machine above your head. These ones are going to be a little bit harder to see, but just listen for the music they play. For your second set of headphones, if you come to exit 115 and look through the windshield in the passenger seat of this car, you'll find them sitting there. And your third and final set of headphones can be found in spawn in the Janus Tower server room on top of the server right here. After that, Turn to Ashes by Kevin Sherwood and Elena Sigma will begin to play. Next up is Mr. Peaks' axe throwing Easter egg. If you're making your way to Blackwater Lake and come to this shack where the M10 Breacher wallby is, on this shelf here will be a trophy that you can interact with. Once the trophy has started glowing, come over here and pick up these free combat axes, and whenever you do, make your way to the street area on the opposite side of the power pump, and behind this fence you'll notice that targets have started spawning in the air. You want to go ahead and throw your combat axes at them. If you hit them, your combat axe will bounce back and be returned to you, but if you miss, you'll run out of combat axes and you'll fail the challenge. But if you hit all the targets within a certain amount of time, Mr. Peaks will spawn and he'll give you certain rewards such as free weapons, essence, and the possibility of a free ray gun. Back in the glory days of Black Ops 2, we used to knife the shit out of Ted and piss him off to the point he'd kick our ass off the bus.
Stay behind the yellow lines at all times. We'll be sorely
With his return in Black Ops 7 Zombies, if you shoot him repeatedly over and over, he'll do the same thing. These little side Easter eggs will guarantee you free salvage, essence, Ethereum crystals, and even ether tools. Part of the main Easter egg for Ashes of the Damned requires you to put the abomination heads in the front of Old Tessie. Well, doing that allows you to shoot a laser beam at these purple rocks. Usually this is how you get the Horde Husk Chunks ingredients, but if you keep doing this around the map, this will give you free monkey bombs, essence, even ether tools. You could also get refined Ethereum crystals and even a free ray gun. You've probably noticed these green plants laying on the ground. If you grab one of these spray cans, like here at spawn, here in the barn at Van Dorn Farm, here on this little box at Ashwood, in the shack here at Blackwater Lake, if you spray the plant and use toxic growth on it, this will accelerate its growth rate. This will increase your chances of getting better rewards such as Casimir grenades, essence, ether tools, Ethereum crystals, and even free mystery perks. Next up is the glowing Ravagers. We all know how the Ravagers will try and steal your salvage, guns, or grenades left on the ground. But if you let them eat enough of your stuff laid on the ground, they'll start glowing purple. And eventually, they'll start dancing and clanging cymbals together. And if you catch them fast enough before they disappear, they'll drop a bunch of salvage that you can pick up. And next up is the vending machines. They are returning from Black Ops 6. If you go up to them and melee them, after each occurring round, they'll give you one free item, such as essence, grenades, and stuff like that, and even a free ray gun. There's one at spawn at Janus Towers and one here at the Exit 115 diner. But be careful, do not melee them with melee macchiato. This is another new feature coming with Ashes of the Damned, Chompy the Trash Can. If you find him around your map and go up and melee him, you can give him weapons you don't want, grenades you don't want, and stuff like that. Depending on the rarity of the weapons that you feed Chompy will also dictate the salvage that it gives you. You could get green, blue, or even purple salvage. Some Chompies will be active, some won't. You just go up to it and melee it, and if it opens, it'll be active. You can only feed certain Chompies so much within a round, so he might move to a different location. There's one there in Ashwood. There's also one here at Blackwater Lake on the other side of the estate. There's also one here at Zariah, opposite of the Wisp T perk machine. And there is another Chompy trash bin here on the opposite side of the silo in between the farmhouse and the barn. And one final Chompy location is here at spawn next to the server room. This is how you can get a Xersa to spawn in quickly for the Easter egg. For starters, you'll need a Necrofluid Gauntlet. Around Zariah Cosmodrome, there's going to be 3 different skulls that you need to shoot with the gauntlet. The first one being here in this zombie spawn. Go ahead, shoot it, and its eyes will glow green. And that's how you know you've done it correctly. The second skull location will be here as soon as you rappel down outside the window on top of this railing. The third and final skull will be tucked in this corner here underneath the Mirage wall-by. Once you've shot the third and final skull, you hear Xersa in the background spawning in. She'll spawn in with purple eyes, helping you get the ingredient faster for the Easter egg. To do the hidden RCXD race, you need to go ahead and open up the entirety of Zariah Cosmodrome. Then, there'll be a hidden RCXD remote control in one of 3 locations around the map. The first being here on the wrecked ship on this little pad. The next spawn location can be behind this tree on the left side of the Zariah Cosmodrome. The next location can be in the second floor of this cabin on the opposite side of Blackwater Lake next to this briefcase. Once you've found the location of the RCXD controller, go ahead and interact with it, and you'll be teleported back to Zariah Cosmodrome as an RCXD. As the RCXD, you'll just be making a circle around the entirety of Zariah Cosmodrome, racing against the clock and solo, or against your friends in co-op. Once you make it to the finish line, you'll be teleported in front of Mr. Beaks, where he'll be giving you a chalice with different rewards inside it. For a free nuke power-up, make your way to Ashwood on the opposite side of the power pump next to the mystery box and look in this church tower and shoot where I do. For the free full power-up, make your way to Zariah Cosmodrome and look outside in between these railings here and shoot where I do. It's kind of finicky, so you have to aim through this little split in between the walls here. Next is the free bonus points power-up. If you make your way to exit 115 and hop on top of the diner, then turn and look on this overpass, underneath this car, you'll find it. Next is the free double points power up. I recommend having either decoys or monkey bombs for this one. It's going to be a little bit trickier. So in the cabin on the second floor, aim where I do and shoot where I do. This one's going to be a little bit harder because it's kind of further out and it's kind of hard to hit. Next is the free max ammo power up. In the service room at spawn, on the opposite side of the quick revive machine in the ceiling, look here and shoot where I do. Next, for a free insta-kill power-up at Van Dorn Farm, in the silo, look in this window here and you'll find it sitting there. Next, for a free max armor power-up, if you come to the shipwreck and look inside this blue container behind these boxes, they'll be sitting right there. Once you've shot the rest of the free power-ups, if you come to Blackwater Lake, and inside the ceiling of the cabin, you'll find the free fire cell sitting here. Once you have found all of the other free power-ups, if you come to the right side of spawn and look in between these two trees, you'll find the free perk power-up sitting here. Next is the free Ray Gun Mark II Easter egg. You want to go ahead and make sure you have all the power pumps and access to around the different points of interest around the map. Then you want to go ahead and use all the landers, making a circle around the entirety of the map. And once you've made a circle around the map, go to the spawn room, and you need to wait 4 rounds before the next step. Once the 4 rounds have passed, you'll notice a floodlight on the side of the tower will be flashing in groups of numbers. It'll flash a total of 7 different numbers, starting with either 3 or 7. In my game, it started with 3, and it was 6, 5, 7, 4, 1, 2. Each number corresponds to a different lander that you need to use. So in my game, I would start, of course, with the one here at Ashwood, then use the one at exit 115 to Zariah Cosmodrome, then from Zariah Cosmodrome back to Ashwood, then from Ashwood I would jump to Van Dorn Farm, then from Van Dorn Farm I'd jump to Janus Towers, then from Janus Towers back to Blackwater Lake, then to Ashwood. Ashwood will always be your final location. In between the flight path of the landers between 2 different points of interest will spawn a purple portal in the sky. You need to figure out which flight path you need to take to enter that portal. I recommend looking around the sky for a second as soon as you land in Ashwood. If you can't find it then, get an old Tessie and drive around until you see it floating around. You only have a certain amount of time to do this. And when you do find it, do not jump from Ashwood, as this will mess it up and it will not work. If you mess it up, you'll have to wait another 4 rounds and get a different code from the blinking light. Luckily, when I tried it again, I had to jump from Van Dorn Farm back to Ashwood. And whenever you do jump through the portal, you'll be teleported back to Ashwood on the ground, and you'll notice the portal is above you and a bunch of Ravagers will first fall out. Then your Ray Gun Mark II will fall out with a bunch of other loot such as Essence, bonus points, and Score Streets. This is definitely hard for just a Ray Gun Mark II. I definitely had to try this multiple times. This next Easter egg can only be activated if you're playing as the Operator Dempsey. If you make your way to the crashed rocket area next to Zariah Cosmodrome and interact with these dog tags, you'll begin a cutscene. I'll let you watch and listen to its entirety.
My dog tags. What the hell?
This is what they called you. But that's not true, is it? Coward! Deserter! Worm! Your feeble mind couldn't handle what happened in the temple, could it? Broken, you went AWOL, seeking escape in the arms of your whore.
You're single now. Run, you rat fucks! Oh, fuck! They got my king! I ain't finished with these yet. Oh my god! Sir, yes, sir.
So much easier to live a lie than admit to one. Let's dig deeper. What delicious splinter of trauma are you hiding? Why did you desert your post?
Reporting for duty, sir. Yeah, skull fuck those maggots. What the actual fuck? Wait, over there. Is that a temple?
That's our end.
What's this? I can taste your fear. A lost temple, deep in the jungle. Something ancient slumbers there. Did your stumbling wake it? Is that what I tasted on your spiritus?
Hold here, sir. Secure the perimeter. Are their eyes fucking glowing?
Never mind the wise man. Headshot still work.
Weaver, what the shit have you gotten us into? What are those symbols? I swear. They're all gone. They're killing us! That put some lead in my pencil. Artifact. Reusable gun juice. Works for me.
There is no other way, Strauss! Do it!
Wait. What? No!
There it is. You were the vessel for a ravenous evil, summoned and bound into your being. Its shadow yet hangs heavy on your soul. Intriguing. Your exposure to the unnatural and being ridden by a demon undid you, Dempsey. Learn to live with what you have done. You may never be a hero, but you are a survivor.
I don't need no ghost to tell me what I already know.
Next is the Zursa HVT boss fight. For starters, you want to make sure you buy the Death Perception perk. In one of the pathways leading to one of the POIs, using Death Perception, you'll find these orange bear prints that you need to step on, and then keep going forward until you find the next bear print, and so on. And eventually they'll lead you to the final, which will turn, and then it'll turn again to the final one. When you step on it, your screen will go black, and it'll lead you into a Zursa death cutscene.
Yeah, figures.
Once the Zursa death cutscene is over, you'll be spawned into the same area where you had the Dempsey specific cutscene. You'll spawn in with just your melee weapon, but if you look in between these two rocks, you'll find your weapons and equipment, so go ahead and pick them up just for safekeeping. You'll notice that when you spawn in, you don't have any perks either, and this HVT is pretty difficult, so I recommend having at least double packed weapons, as well as at least purple rarity, as she is pretty tanky, and if she gets a hold of you once, you're immediately dead. When you finally beat the Zursa, She'll explode and you notice a black mist floating around. And in between the rocks where you picked up your weapons, the spirit will float to this little reward crate, and when it does, it'll open up giving you salvage, weapons, score streaks, and even the possibility of a free ray gun. And after a few seconds, you'll be teleported back out. Repeating the steps of the last Easter egg of getting depth perception and looking in between one of the points of interest on the pathways, and stepping over each of the orange bear prints, you'll be teleported to the death cutscene again, but this time if you go in using a tier 3 legendary melee weapon, and using only melee attacks and you kill the Xursa, after it dies, its spirit will float again into the box, but this time it will reward you with something special. Not only would you get essence, a score streak, or even a free ray gun, but you would also get the claw talisman. This golden talisman will provide you with a permanent double points. Unfortunately, this double points only applies to melee weapons. Now this side Easter egg, unfortunately I couldn't get footage for as I haven't completed the main Easter egg quest for Ashes of the Damned, so credit to Zone X on YouTube for the footage you're seeing on screen. This revolves around the cursed mode. Mr. Peaks will randomly spawn in around the map, anywhere at any time. Nobody knows exactly what triggers to spawn in, but whenever you find him, you'll hear him playing music. Now if you shoot him quick enough, he'll drop 3 different eggs. One could be golden, it could be bronze, or it can be silver, and each one will give you different types of rewards, including essence, salvage, and a bunch of mystery perks. One step for the main Easter egg requires you to wait for lightning to spawn in the 115 diner area, and you have to lead 3 specific zombies to 3 specific colors of lightning. This step can be pretty tedious, especially since it starts at the beginning of a round. If you happen to miss a step in time or just have one last zombie, there is a way to restart the lightning strike. All you have to do is look for 3 specific light posts that are sparkling with electricity and shoot it with a turret on Old Tessie. These lampposts can be in any order, and you can do it once per round. And that is all the side Easter eggs on the map Ashes of the Damned and Black Ops 7 Zombies. This did take a while to get footage for, and it also did take a while to edit, and I appreciate y'all watching. And I will be posting a video on Eternal Perks, which is a returning feature from Black Ops 2 Zombies, but a little bit different this time around. Yeah, thank y'all for watching.
Oh, you can just fuck off, Box.